Okay, so Disney's action game featuring Hercules. I don't know what this is, kind of like some 1984 George Orwell's just Virgin Interactive, who sadly again aren't here anymore. I think this is before Disney kind of had a big kind of stay in video games. Well, they don't really anymore. It's just Disney Infinity, maybe. Eurocom, another one that is ceased to exist anymore. And they went down. I think they went down this year, maybe. Anyway, I'll hear about Eurocom. We'll hear about Hercules, for better or worse. I remember actually the first time playing this game. I think it was on Demo 1, maybe. I think with Oddworld, Crash 1, Overboard, and that infamous T-Rex demo. Yeah, anyway. Let's start game, passwords, load game. Alright, let's start game. I think this is the start of it. I think is a tutorial mission that I think is actually in Demo 1. So let's give it a spin. This looks like it's been ripped from a VCR. Nonetheless, a lot better than some of the FMVs you get back on PS1 games back in the day. No, I can barely remember this. I think I went to cinema to actually see this film with my mother. I think that was the first and the last time. I think it was recently added to Netflix, I think. Okay, here we go. Alright, this was collected. Jesus, what's Danny DeVito thinking of me? Is that Danny DeVito? I know he played her in the film, but again, this was back in the infancy of video games where actors would look down on video games as such. Oh no, it is Danny DeVito. Maybe they just ripped some of the songs that he actually was in. Alright. I actually remember this was another game that I rented when I was younger. And I remember I used to get up at about 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Only because I'd be the first one up in the house, and considering our PlayStation was kept downstairs in the living room because it was the only TV we had at the time. Basically up before my dad could watch the soccer. And basically I was the first one up in the house, and I beat my brother to the PlayStation, so basically he had to watch me become frustrated at this game. I mean, overall, it's not a bad looking game. I mean, it still holds up overall. Hercules. I think that soundbite has been engraved into my memory every time I see the cover for this game. It's not one of the worst movie times. I think it's kind of one of the best. Although I remember these crows. See, this is the kind of problem when you meet actual 3D animations versus the kind of the cartoon polygons. It's kind of, there's a bit of a disparity really, kind of when you try to hit them, they don't exactly come out. Fuck. Fucking birds. I think I remember now why my brother saw me being so frustrated at this game. For fuck's sake. Yeah. Yeah. My opinion's kind of changed really. At the start I thought it was good, but then when I saw those fucking birds, I only realised now, it's kind of coming back to me how annoying, how annoying these birds were. So I got the sword that's like a cheap, it's like a knockoff, oh what's the thing, the knockoff proton pack they had in Ghostbusters. I think if I actually found that earlier and if I actually used it, I don't think I'd be in much frustration as I was in my younger self. Fucking shark. One of the few games in the PS1 era that didn't matter if you actually stepped into water, you wouldn't actually automatically drown, even though it's only shallow water. But a lot of platformers, I think they use water as an obstacle, which I thought was kind of pretty stupid if you're having a superhero that couldn't get out of the shallow water. Then for training level, they put you through the ropes, and I don't think I've actually seen one instruction how to do what. Basically, again, this was back in the days where games weren't spoon-fed into you. There's a fire one. Oh no. Looks like that pointless fire thing is got rid of the proton pack shield sort of thing. I think my best bet really is just the one checkpoint. You go, you sword. Alright. I have a feeling that I'll need to drag this up somehow. Yep, thought as much. Fucking birds. I just hope, due to bad programming, that they just try and attack the rock and not me. Okay, getting back to full health. Run. Oh, for fuck's sake. I missed something here. Oh, these birds are going to be the bane of my life. That's all of them.
Hercules.
As far as I know, I think this only came out on PS1. There may have been a PC port, but I don't think. No. I see. This. I think this is one of the very first games that used the whole 3D and 2D kind of perspectives. I think it's been used more recently in Shadow Complex. It's Abe's Odyssey as well. Abe's Odyssey back in the day, I think, did that too as well. I think more recent examples probably Donkey Kong Country Returns. You know, it's good technique. Little Big Planet too. They had the whole, although that platformer was wonky, back, middle, and in front, but at least with this, they kind of either on one plane or the other. It's still 2D really, but it kind of gives that illusion of 3D. I suppose the hardware at the time couldn't exactly do it as it's done now. Hey, Danny DeVito, and we're done. Good game. Surprisingly holds up. I think it's available on the PlayStation Store for $4.99. That's where I got it anyway. So yeah. If you want to maybe check it out, maybe if you don't really like Halo and all the gorgeous looking games are out now, and if you want a blast from the past that holds up pretty well, check out Hercules. It's well worth your money.